Hey guys, this is Lovin Meets with Sandra Sahi. We sat down with the amazing artist. She spoke all about her new album, Love Languages. She spoke about growing up and dealing with bullying and also what it was like to post her first vlog.
To find out more, don't forget to subscribe to the Lovin Meets podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. And as I always say, enjoy.
Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Sandra Sahi, a talented musician and social media personality, from getting slimed at Nickelodeon to performing at the Fridge. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you this morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here at a busy time.
Yes, it is a busy time indeed.
Yes. So your new album, Love Languages, is supposed to be dropped on June 20.
It was supposed to be dropped today, actually, I believe June 6th, but we have decided to postpone it by 2 weeks to enhance the listener's experience. We are going to be adding one more track that wasn't supposed to be there. So yeah,
nice.
It's for the best. It's
Giving
for the best.
tea. Tell us about it. Tell us about the album.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful project. It represents me the most as an artist, just by the name, just like it indicates it. Love Languages. I put the title together based off of the simple idea that I sing love songs in all the languages that I speak, which are French, English, Arabic, and I added a bit of Spanish occasionally here and there as well.
Interesting. So Love Languages, my perception of it was like the 5 types of love languages that we have as people. Does that play into it as well?
It doesn't. That's the thing. I took that and translated it into my own idea of very simply like just it being love languages, like languages that I actually sing in.
Okay. And do these come, like I have to ask, do they come from personal experiences? Like, are you Adele?
Am I Adele? The languages you mean?
No, the songs that you write about, the love songs.
Yeah.
Where does the inspiration
No,
come
100%
from?
they come from experiences. Sometimes I also kind of like to place my shoes in someone else's, for example, experience, or I don't particularly all write about my own experiences, but definitely I would say majority of it is from my own. Yeah.
Speaking of love,
yes.
What is one advice that you would give to someone who's struggling in, with the love department right now?
I would say you still always have time. Don't try to rush things. Don't try to make it something that potentially it won't be or it's not. Or don't set too high of expectations. Just make sure to take your time and I think definitely settle in for the right time for the right person.
Love that.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about yourself writing this new album?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, first of all, I started writing more Arabic in this album, and I think all my listeners, they always told me, like, Sandra, sing more in Arabic. I did find more comfort into doing that. That was a bit of a challenging part before for myself, so I definitely learned that I can actually do it and I can actually write a bit more in Arabic and be more flexible out there. So there were challenges along the way, but I just learned to overall be more creative and be more open to writing and all of these beautiful languages and throw in some new ideas that I haven't particularly sang about before.
Well, now let's go back in time. Yeah. Tell us about your music journey. How did it start? When was your first song? When did you figure out that you do have a talent?
Yeah, figuring out that I had a talent. I started super young, at 6 or 7. I was just, I have this fond memory of my mother just doing chores and everything around the house and just sitting me down in front of a TV and putting just Arabic live shows, concerts of artists that I used to love, still love, but used to adore back in the days. So I think this says a lot already about, the fact that I listened to music and listened to those artists from a very young age. I automatically then developed to have a certain love and affiliation with music itself. But I grew up in Belgium. So I'm Iraqi, but I grew up in Belgium. So growing up in Belgium, I didn't have much of Arabic media. I had more also of Western media. So I used to be a big fan of Disney Channel and all the Disney movies and the musicals. So I was very, I dreamed of being one day on a Disney musical and everything. So instead of going back home later on in school and doing my homework, I would go upstairs and lock myself in the room so that no one can see. And I used to like climb on my bed and grab a guitar, which I had no idea how to play guitar. I had one in my room, and I just used to like pretend to be a singer, like singing on stage, and the bed would be my stage. So yeah.
I love that so much, that visual.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking like, so you're growing up in Belgium and you're listening to Arabic melodies.
Yeah.
Was that common in your class for, like that type of musical inspiration, or?
I think definitely because my parents, because we are, an Arab family, we still always, despite us living in Belgium and I've grown up there for 12 years, it doesn't matter. You will still have culture in your household at the end of the day. Your mom will still cook this amazing Arab food. Your dad will always put some oud, music or songs in the background. So I grew up with that culture, and I feel like definitely this has a way of playing a role that it is playing today, as an artist, that I grew up listening to Arabic. And my mom also actually used to sing and still does. She has a beautiful voice, my mom. So yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. Speaking of culture, and of course, like you were in Belgium, but you're Iraqi.
Yeah.
Did you like face like any, I would say, kind of like bullying?
Yeah.
Diversity.
Yeah. I did 100%. I actually went to school there, primary school, and it was a bit rough. I used to get bullied for, being this girl that has like dark hair, and I just looked different, and there was a lot of diverse people as well in the school, and I think every one of them would kind of get picked up on, which is a bit sad, now looking back at it, I'm like, why, if we were, I think in today's world, I don't think particularly this would have happened, but growing up in Belgium, and there's around all of those like stereotypes and the people looking the same. When you look different, back in the days at least, you would get picked up. You would get picked on a lot. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, I did go through challenges. I did feel not so loved. I did feel all of these things, but you grow out of it. Like today, thinking about it, I don't want to be dramatic and say it made me the person that I am today, but like, I'm just proud of where I am today, and this is the journey, this is the path.
I was going to ask, like, what is one piece of advice that you would give, but I feel like you've answered in that, you grow up and you look back and it's made you stronger.
You will grow up, and you will, even though I believe things are always a phase. Like, there's always a period for things. If you go through this, it doesn't mean that you'll go through it for the rest of your life. And better so, even if you go through it, just imagine yourself like 10, 15, 20 years from now. No one's going to remember that. Like, you're not going to, you might remember it, but you'll be at another place in your life. So don't really bum yourself out because of things that happened years ago or like over a decade ago.
Well, speaking of now, which you are such an amazing artist, of course, and of course, social media is part of your life. It's part of everyone's life. So how important is social media to your career and shaping your career as well?
Yeah, it's been very, very important and also challenging, but, it's been important because I believe every artist, and I'm not saying artist as in singer, songwriter, every single form of an artist, I think it's an expressive tool. You can use it to express your art, to show what you do to people. You can use it to boost your career and, just to promote what you do to people, get your message out there. So it has been a very effective tool for me, at least personally, especially that I started on YouTube with vlogging when I was 16. So vlogging actually since a young age helped me a lot because this is what made me have the confidence I have now on cameras, shooting music videos, talking publicly, doing interviews, doing podcasts, like all of these things. I would have never been able to do them if it wasn't for looking a bit funny, talking to myself on a camera, walking around like downtown in Dubai Mall, people looking like, what is she doing, So it's really enabled me and boosted me as well. So I do think social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of that is a very extremely powerful tool. until it falls in the wrong hands or with misusage, of course. But I do believe, everyone's responsible for that. You do need to kind of always have an eye on how you use social media.
What do you think gave you the confidence to take that first step to post that first blog? Because I think a lot of people sit there, they want a lot from social media, but they don't know how to get there.
How to get there, exactly. It's very true. I do get that question a lot from even followers and my fans. So what I would say is, look, to me, I didn't really struggle to put a first video out there because it's something that I knew I wanted to do since I was young. But it was just about waiting for the right moment. Like, okay, which age do I reach where my parents will allow me being on YouTube and everything? So, but I do believe like everything comes, should come at the right time. Don't rush it. If you don't feel like you are there or you don't have like that 100% push, just wait it out a bit. It's not after all, if you're passionate about something, I always have this conversation as well with my family, with my friends. The way that artists succeed is not to have fame in their mind. You don't, dream to, I want to be famous and I want to have money. If you're an artist, you will be passionate about your art. And when you are passionate about your art, you will want to perhaps have the drive and motivation to put it out there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your closet sessions. Of course,
Yes.
they are perfect.
Oh my God, no one has ever noticed these, by the way.
The sound is beautiful.
I'm so happy.
It is. So
Thank
how long
you.
did it take to perfect the setup?
Not a long time. I mean, it's such a basic setup, by the way. It's in my little walk-in closet. I was like, okay, I just learned to edit my vocals and chop them and do my own editing. So I was very happy and proud of that. And so I literally found myself recording covers every single night in my room. And then I was like, I want to film them, but I don't want to, I don't want to go all out. I want to make it a very cozy thing. Just me, myself, and I singing and then posting it. Just like the good old days on YouTube, So that's where the idea came to me. So setup was very basic, literally a little ring light, my phone, a playback, the playback of the tracks on my laptop, off camera. And I would just sing and have fun with it, basically.
They're so beautiful. I just
Thank
feel
you
like
so
it's so
much.
powerful, that one person, that one voice. It's really
Thank
great.
you.
So I
Thank
just
you so
wondered if there was a big scene going on behind.
Not at all. But this goes to show you don't need a big, you don't need a big, production team or something. It's kind of like paying homage to the good old days where I would also be 16 and 15 and setting up my little camera. I just kind of recreated that vibe, but today, if that makes sense.
You briefly touched on vocals, and I always consider artists, because no one really thinks about what do you do for training. So they say that Taylor Swift has she does steaming and she does all sorts. When you're preparing for a gig, and just in general, how do you protect your vocals?
Definitely a lot of tea. So tomorrow I do have a gig, for example, gonna be on a lot of wake up in the morning, take the vitamin C, take some extra vitamins even tonight before the show, drink a lot of warm stuff, soups, tea. That always helps. Not talk a lot, not be overhyped a lot, not raising. I'm someone who I will literally go out one night with my girlfriends, scream for just literally 2 minutes and my voice will be gone. So I have a super sensitive voice, so that's my way of taking care of it. You don't talk a lot, don't sing a lot until it's the time for the vocal warm-ups tomorrow.
Nil by words.
Exactly.
Basically.
You're here on the show right now, but it's fine. It's fine. You can go back and just have something
fine, don't worry.
hot to eat. To drink, for sure.
Drink, yeah.
So you were on Nickelodeon Arabic.
Yes.
And you got slimed.
Yeah.
What was the experience like? How did it go? Just give us the details.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Getting slimed is one of the most unexpected things that you would think of in your life.
Okay.
You would think, okay, you think about should I go skydiving? Do the craziest things, But sliming is just one of those things. It's just way too crazy. So when I actually got slimed on stage with live cameras everywhere, first of all, they did tell me don't open your mouth. And what did I do? I opened my mouth. So basically half the slime went in my mouth. It was a very, very funny experience.
What's it taste like? It just feels gross.
It's so gross, and it does taste gross. It's like paint. It's like a thick substance. You don't really know how to describe it, but it gets super slippery. So that's why they were please be careful, like off stage. I was walking back and all those people were like doing this, you know, like take your time, like slow down, because it does get very slippery. But it was overall a super fun experience, to be honest.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Before you leave us, we're going to play a hot or not session with Sandra Sahi. So we're going to name something and you have to tell us if it's hot or not. Really simple. If it's hot, you tell us why, and if it's not, you press the buzzer.
Okay, perfect. If it's not, I press the buzzer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to check if it works?
Yeah. Okay, you have to like press it hard. I love that.
This is live and it hasn't worked before. It was awkward.
Oh my god.
Okay, so TikTok dances.
Hot.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
TikTok dances, I've done some. If you're someone who loves to dance and it's like not a cringe dance, it's actually dancing, which a lot of people are doing now. Like actual choreographers, you know, like put in the work, choreographing like a whole thing. I find that really nice to showcase that on TikTok.
Instagram's new ad feature they might bring in.
I actually didn't hear about that.
So there's this thing on it, they're saying that they're going to, you know, on YouTube, it's like a 5-10 second ad before you can continue to
Listen, we don't need more ads, people. We do not need more ads. Nope.
That is a no.
Yeah.
Well, so yesterday, Casey and I were on the show, and we mentioned that there is a social media ban for teenagers that are under 15-year-olds.
It might come in Europe. What do you think?
So what do you think of it? Hot or not?
A social media ban for 15 years old
and under.
I mean, it depends how they use the like internet.
So you're not with it?
I don't think I'm with it. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, again, it really all depends on how you use it. If a 15 or under is gonna use it for something that, you know, he's not supposed to, then maybe it is for the best. But at the same time, like, let them live, you know, like, let them go on internet. So I have mixed feelings about this one.
Yeah.
So 15 feels old for me. Like, the things I was doing at 15, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like 15 these days seems so, like, people, like 15, when I was 15, in like 2014, 2015, it wasn't the same as like 15 and 2024. You know, a lot has changed.
100%.
Yeah. Maybe 11. Ban it for under 11s. Okay, 2 more to go. LinkedIn for dating.
No, please. I heard so many stories like that. Let's not do that, people. Let's not do that. No.
There's the time and a place.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the time and the place?
The time and the place. I mean, just do your thing on Instagram. At least it's known. Like Instagram is known to like have like photos and videos. It just makes more sense, you know. Dating apps as well. I mean, that's what they're created for. Obviously, I'm not a fan of them. Don't use them. But you know, there's apps created for that, so might as well use them. Yeah.
Well, manifesting your dream.
Manifesting your dream, 100%. 100%.
Have you manifested yours?
I have. Yeah, I would say I have.
How?
I mean, because I knew that's what I grew up wanting to do, and I'm actually doing it. And I knew that since I was like 6. The conversation that we had earlier, like, this is exactly how I knew.
The girl who was sitting on her bedroom bed in Belgium listening to Disney movies.
Yeah, pretending to play guitar and singing and making my bed my own stage. And I'm actually performing on stages now, so.
Sandra Sahi's new album, Love Languages, drops on June 20th, but you can catch her live tomorrow night at the Fridge. Do you want to tell us where?
Yeah, it's going to be in Estorcal Avenue at the Fridge. Doors will be opening at 7:30 p.m. and show will be starting at 8.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, girls.
That brings us to the end of the show. Thank you, Farah. We'll see you
Casey.
tomorrow morning. It's going to be Friday. Yay. Have a brilliant day. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.